Boo-boos, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Power Season 3 Episode 9 review. It's been 2 weeks since we last saw each other. Well, since y'all last saw me. Sorry I look like an old raggedy old woman. I'm working on my next novel, Smells Like Teen Spirit Volume 1 Heiress, which will be out September 26th. So that's why I'm over here looking like Mom's Mabley. But make sure you check out the book when it drops on the 26th. I'll have more information to come. But let's get into this review. So the episode starts off with Ghost and Tommy sitting in Ghost's office. And Tommy is texting on his phone while Ghost is having flashbacks of seeing Tommy going into Milan's warehouse. Tommy tells Ghost that he's unsure if Ruiz wants to be back in the business. Ghost assures him that he does, because you know Ghost is all-knowing, all-thing. He's like the fucking Wizard of Oz. So Tommy tells Ghost that Ruiz called him the other night and told him that he wanted to rap to him about something, and Ghost is vexed because he looking like, and he says to Tommy, how you gonna answer his phone call when I hit you up the other night and you ain't answer my motherfucking phone calls, bitch? He act like he giving him the motherfucking dick, and Tommy didn't want to take it. Ghost says, what, you fell into some good pussy last night, motherfucker? You out here fucking somebody else, bitch? Tommy says, no, I was with Milan. And Ghost is shocked by this information because he just did not think that Tommy was going to tell him the truth. So Tommy tells him that Milan asks him to come by the warehouse where he keeps all the products, all the pills and shit, so he could know exactly where it is. Ghost asks him how the warehouse looks, and Tommy's like a warehouse, motherfucker. Like, it's cold, dark, musty, shit. Smell like your ball sack. What more information you want me to give you? So we find out that Tommy is actually lying to Ghost. He was not at the warehouse. He was at Milan's little hideout, his little club and shit that he be at. We have him and all the little Serbian niggas at. So we realize right then and there that there is a rift there between him and Ghost, and they're still lying to one another. Ghost then tells Tommy, you know, we got to be on the same page. Tommy agrees and asks him if Angela is keeping her fucking mouth shut. Ghost says, yeah, and that he found out some information on Hugo that will help her. She just got to figure everything out and piece everything together. He's like, you know, she's a smart girl. She'll be able to figure it out. And Tommy says she ain't too smart, because if she was, she would have never got mixed around with your ass. And I was like, speak the truth and shame the devil, Tommy Egan. Angela's in her office and she uses Hugo's cell phone and texts Mike saying we need to meet. So Mike is in his office and he gets the text message. He's like, fuck, right, what the fuck? So instead of texting Hugo back, he calls the phone. Angela, dumbass, once again is sitting there like, should I answer? And so she answers the phone, and Mike is waiting to hear somebody's voice, but instead he hears the helicopter that is roaming around the building in the background. So he realizes somebody near him or in the building is calling him, so he immediately hangs up the phone. Greg and Medina go to speak to Kate to interrogate her about Tommy's whereabouts the day Lobos was killed. They asked him when was the last time she saw Tommy. She lies and tells him that, you know, it was a few days ago. And when he was there the whole day. They ordered the pizza. She got the receipts and everything. Homegirl came with fucking receipts. So Greg is searching her house while she's talking to Medina. So Medina's like, we ain't find nothing again. Once again, you got me on a wild goose chase. Let's get the fuck up out of here. So as they're leaving out, Greg looks in her kitchen trash can and spots Angela's card. He was like, aha, bitch, I gotcha. Tasha is at the school, you know, she's in the PTA, and she's gearing up for career day. So one of the workers at the salon calls her cell phone. It's like, girl, where the fuck is Lakeisha? Because this bitch ain't showed up to work. I've been calling her motherfucking phone. She ain't answered the phone. She probably with some nigga, but she need to get up here because she got clients and shit waiting. And I'm tired of these hoes looking me up and down because this bitch ain't here. So Tasha's like, okay, that's odd. Let me give her a call. So she texts Lakeisha and tells her to call her ASAP. Dre goes to Tasha's crib to check on Tariq and find out where the fuck was he at when he went to the school to go pick him up the other day, and Tariq wasn't nowhere to be found. And Tariq tells him that he was with Slim, aka Kanan, and that they were just kicking it or whatever. He tells Dre that Slim took him to the old neighborhood, and Dre got this, concerned expression on his face because he's really afraid for Tariq's life. And Dre asks him, well, if anything else happened, and Tariq lies and says no, but we all know it did. We know he was sipping on lean and going over to the people house where Ghost killed they old boss and shit. So Dre tells him to be careful around Slim and to not hang around him so much if he don't want to, and that he's his number one friend. He's like, I got your back. I'm your friend. Remember, I was here first, motherfucker. I was here first. Tommy is at Ruiz's little spot to look up the money for the shipment. And Ruiz ain't got all the goddamn money. And Tommy's like, motherfucker, where is the cash? Give me the coins. And Ruiz tells him he's not paying into something that he doesn't believe in. He's from the old school just selling coke. He ain't with all this new age popping pills and all this old bullshit. So Tommy says, just so we're clear, you want me to bring this to our connect. The same motherfucker that likes to eat people. You sure, girl? So Ruiz is like, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. And Tommy's like, okay, again. Okay, girl. Hope you live to see it tomorrow. So when Ruiz walks away, Tommy turns to his Ruiz right-hand man, Pancho, and he asks him, like, how you feel about this whole situation? And Pancho says that he thinks that they need to keep up with the times and that Ruiz is tripping. So the wheels had already started turning, and Tommy said at this point that they need to get fucking rid of Ruiz. So Ghost is sitting on a bench in the city in the middle of the night waiting on someone when he gets a text from Ruiz saying, I did my part, when you gonna do yours? Then we see Angela show up. Oh, this frigid bitch. So she sits down. As soon as she sit down, here she go doing her little interrogation thing. You know, this bitch thinks she done grew a set of balls and shit since the feds is after her ass. She says to Ghost, after I told you Lobos was alive, who did you tell? I ain't tell no one. Whoever you told initiated a search for Lobos' location in the system. Who the fuck did you tell, Jamie? Because when they find him, he's gonna give you up and we're both fucked. They can't give me up legally. And then Angela sits there and thinks for a minute. She's like, oh, they can't give him up legally. Proctor? Are you out of your fucking mind, Jamie? You had Proctor look into this? Look, if they find it's Proctor, we're protected, okay? Fully. He'll just say after the Lobos attack, he looked into his location to make sure that his client, Tommy Egan, was safe. That's it. No. See, everyone thought that Lobos was dead. Lobos' location was irrelevant unless Proctor knew he was alive. And the only people who knew were in my office, which was a straight line from Tommy to Proctor to you to me. They can't prove that you told me anything, Angela. They need proof. Juries don't need proof, dummy. They need a good story. I knew Lobos was alive. We were living together, sleeping together. You had your dick in my mouth on a regular, nigga. They don't need a fucking map. Angela, it's under control, all right? You were right about the feds going to Kate's house. They went by Kate's house. They pushed hard, especially Greg. But she held up. Ayos míos, what you say, Poppy? So her head is like going crazy. She's like, I thought I gave this nigga some of this good queso dip pussy. Like that shit didn't work. What the fuck? And then she says to Ghost, there's no way. Greg isn't on the Lobos task force. Well, bitch, Greg was there. You know what he's thinking? Can you trust him? My relationship with Greg is none of your business. I'm looking into the burner cell you gave me. And hopefully for all of our sakes, it leads to something that can end this whole damn thing. And I never have to see you again. And then she walks off all dramatic. And I'm like, this bitch is so fucking over dramatic. Like, just join the telenovela already. So as she's walking off, she texts Greg, can I come over? Can I come over? Come on. Can I come over? And I'm like, bitch, you ain't Leah. So it switched to Angela over on Greg's little raggedy ass couch and shit. And he in the kitchen and he tells her that he heard MJ found a new lead. So he come into the living room, hand her a little glass of Chardonnay, you know, some old good old Sutter home wine and shit. So she pretends like she's still mad about the footage of seeing Jamie at the hotel with Tasha. And so she asks him if he thinks Tommy was one of Lobos' killers. And he like, shit, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? I went to Kate's house with Medina today, and I should have told you, but I'm telling you now. So she looking like, okay, but she played cool. So he tells her that he can't deny Jamie's surveillance footage, and because the footage don't lie. So at this point, his investigation of Ghost and Tommy is finito. But we all know that he's lying. So he also tells her that they're on the same team now and will clear their names together. So she was like, we are? And so she leans over and kisses him. Like, this bitch cannot keep that hot pocket to herself. She just love giving up that little Hello Kitty. But nigga smile Angela away. She like, you wanna fuck? You wanna fuck? You want some of this motherfucking Latino pussy? You want some of this Taquito Taco Bell, nigga? You want some of this? Come get it, daddy. Come get it. Ayos meals, papi. I'm like, God damn it, bitch. Close your damn legs. So Kanto shows up at Ghost's office, and we ain't seen this nigga since the episode 1. So he show up, and he hands Ghost a flyer from the club across the street. They're celebrating their partnership with Karen and want the whole block there. And Ghost is looking at him like, so you working with them now? He's like, yeah, I mean, shit, you put me on unemployment line. I mean, my time was free. Yeah, I work for the motherfuckers. So he says, I want Stern's guest list that I gave you. And Ghost says, well, why the fuck would I do that? And Kanto says, because I could have said so much about you, but I didn't. So I need you to go ahead and up me that motherfucking guest list. So Ghost got on his I'm being threatened face, that how dare you face. And Ghost said, all right, I'm gonna see about you in like a few days. I'll give you that list. So when Kantos leaves, he calls Julio, who's at this club. But what we don't realize at that moment, that the club that he's at is Ren and Stippy from across the street's club. And he in there with his workers and shit, selling the motherfucking product and shit. And while he was there, he got it to where somebody was able to plant some drugs in the ceiling of the club. So later on in the episode, that all comes out later. Greg looked pale ass, apparently got a good long stroke, because he done fucked the shit out of Angela and was able to sneak about the room and shit and go into the living room while she was in the room, laid up with cum and shit between her legs. So he hurries up and goes into the living room and pulls out her purse, and he goes to her purse and he finds the burner phone. So he hurries up and takes the battery out and then grabs his tablet and snaps a picture of the SIM card number. So as he's snapping the picture, here go Angela, Greg, where are you? And so he hurrying up and putting the battery back. And so by the time she come out the room, she's like, Greg, where are you? I had a nightmare. And so he come out with a bottle of what? He's like, I'm here, bitch. What is it? So he's like, I just thought you left me. I'm just so used to people leaving me. He's like, I'm here. I got you, bitch. Can I put my dick in your mouth? Put your mouth back on my dick. So then we see Tommy and Milan, and they're walking through the warehouse, and Tommy tells Milan that Ghost asked him where he was at the other night, and Milan reminds him that Ghost don't ask questions that he don't already know the answer to. So he tells Tommy, he knows exactly where you were, and I know this because Peter saw him following you. Tommy is like, dun 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 dun. What you say now, girl? Milan turns to him and says, disappointing, isn't it? Tommy's still not trying to believe nothing that Milan says. He says, Ghost following me don't mean he don't want to get out. It's him trying to figure out what I'm doing. He's still down with your vision, lock and step. Maybe you're right, but either way, this point forward, I'm holding you responsible for his actions, and if you cannot get him in line and he continues looking into me, then well, it's back into the pit for you. This time I will not stop Peter and the men. I thought I was your apprentice. You are, Tommy, but you're tethered to Ghost. Ghost is an attachment, and attachments are bad for business. If you want to stay alive, I'll handle Ghost. And I was like, okay. Another point for Milan. Milan's still one step ahead of Ghost at all motherfucking times, and I'm here for it, bitch. Then we see Greg call up his man Bob to get the phone number attached to the burner phone. He wants the phone calls and the motherfucking text history. Then we switch to Angela in her office, and she's looking through the burner phone, and she finds a text Mike sent to Hugo that said, "Got your cash, XJMLO." Now she don't know it's Mike. It was Mike texting him. So she's thinking about it, and then tells her to search the flight database. So she puts in a number and she finds the flight name and the credit card info that was used to purchase a ticket. So she calls up her homegirl, Sally and Bob, bitch, to look up the card number. She needs the card holder's name. So Sally says it was a prepaid card. So Angela asks where it was purchased. Sally says it's gonna take her a few days, but she'll give her the information then if she's able to find it. Tommy goes to Ghost's office, and he says to Ghost, I don't know why I'm surprised. Milan knows you followed me to his warehouse the other night. Ghost is all fucked up because once again, Milan is one step ahead of this nigga, and he don't know what the fuck to do with himself because he like, I cannot shake this motherfucker. Tommy says, you gonna stand there and look stupid, or are you gonna, and Ghost then says, look man, and Tommy says, Milan said one more time and I'm dead. You fucking heard me? You wanna risk my life to get yourself out? I chose you over Holly. This time, motherfucker, you need to choose me. I do. I choose you. I do. I'll leave it alone. But then Ghost goes on to say that Ruiz ain't gonna reach his full potential unless they set up a meeting between him and Milan. And I already knew right then and there that when he goes to this meeting, Ruiz is going to use all that information and turn it over to the feds. And I was like, once again, Go sit up her lying to Tommy, keeping him out of plans and shit. I don't understand why he can't never tell Tommy nothing. Like, Tommy gonna go along with it and have his back. I don't understand this. It's just his need to control everything and to feel like he's God. He has a God complex. So Tommy agrees and asks how should they do it. And Ghost says, you know what? You in charge of all this. You can take Ruiz. I'll fall back on this. You got it, bro. And I'm looking like, damn, cuz, you gonna set your homeboy up like that? And Tommy look at him. And he like, okay. Okay, motherfucker. So when Tommy leaves, Ghost then texts Ruiz, meeting all set. You can make the call now. I'm like, how you gonna trust Ruiz more than you trust your motherfucking brother? Okay, that don't make sense. Dre, little Tony the Tiger, little cute ass, meets Kanan at this little bar or whatever. So he tells Kanan that Ghost and Milan are moving pills now. And Kanan like, I don't want no parts of that shit as long as he fuck with that Serbian nigga. Once that Serbian motherfucker's out the way, then I'll come and claim what's mine. So as Dre's leaving, Kanan says, oh, and tell Tariq I said what's up. And he's like, oh, what you thought? He didn't tell me what you said? And so Dre was like, what the fuck were you doing, man? He said he wanted to chill, so we did. If I wanted to cap the little nigga, don't you think I would have already? You said you was gonna teach Ghost a history lesson. What you mean by that? Sit tight, motherfucker. You'll know when I want you to know. You think you should tell Ghost right now, don't you? What you gonna do when he find out I'm alive and been kicking it with his son and you knew the whole time? You got no moves left, Dre. So go on and get the fuck out of here before I bust a cap in your ass. I was looking at Dre at that point like, this nigga need a hug and a nap because I just feel sorry for him. He just can't win for losing. God damn it. Between that nose and Kanan, like, he just fucked. Wes meets with Greg in this old nasty ass bathroom like Ghost told him to. So Wes tells Greg that he's having a meeting set up that night with Milan. Greg asks him, will Ghost be there? And Wes like, nigga, I don't think you understand what the fuck I'm saying. Listen, open them ears and listen. This meeting that I got with Milan is a big thing, motherfucker. Greg then pulls out a state-of-the-art FBI recorder button and tells him he's going to wear it during the meeting and get everything on motherfucking tape. Greg says that he wants Ruiz to make sure Ghost is the topic of conversation. Ruiz like, all right, I'll make sure that. But he really ain't. So Tommy is coming out of his building. When Drake walks up on him, Tommy turned around and said, what the fuck you want? Like, what, nigga, like, do you want to die today? Like, 'cause I will kill you in the middle of the street. Don't walk up on me like that, homie. So Dre says, look, man, I need to talk to you about Tariq. So, of course, that gets Tommy's attention. So he says, Ghost got me watching him, and he been talking a lot about you lately and everything that's going on at home with his mom and his pops, and I just think you need to check on him. And Tommy's like, all right, I'll do it, but let me remind you something. Tariq is family business, and you ain't family, motherfucker. Even though I'm the one that saved your life. And Tommy looking around at him like, what you say, girl? Or what you say? Hey, 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 hey. Dre says, oh, Ghost didn't tell you? I'm the one who told him about the Koreans? Look, I ain't trying to step on your toes. I'm just trying to be down. I want to be down with what you going through, yeah. Down, I wanna be down with you, no matter the time, babe. And so Tommy's like, I heard you, motherfucker, but I don't believe you. Deuces. So it's the career there at the little rich kid private school, and Tariq, Raina in class, Tasha is there with her corset, leather corset belt and shit on. Ghost is there in his little 3-piece Hugo Boss suit. The teacher called him up to the front to talk to the kids or whatever. And this nigga get to quote Maya Angelou and shit. I'm like, nigga, your ghetto ass need to be quoting Future up in this bitch with your selling drugs ass. So the kids is all enamored by the fact that he's this big nightclub owner and that celebrities come to his nightclub, and the kids are telling Tariq how cool his dad is, and he's looking like, yo, if y'all niggas only knew, this nigga ain't shit. So Tariq is just not here for it. He's just looking like, when is lunch? Because I'm hungry and I want a bologna sandwich. While he's speaking, Ghost admits that running the club took him away from his family, that it was all his fault. So while he's talking, he's staring directly at Tasha, and you know, that's making her little pussy all moist and shit. She getting into her little feelings or whatever. She get to doing that little look where she get to swallowing. I'm not gonna cry. No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears. And then we see Tariq pull out his cell phone because he just is not beat for this nigga. He texts Slim, aka Kanan, and asks him, you want to meet up later? And Slim says yes, of course. So after the whole thing is done and over with and all the parents and shit and walked out the class, Tasha's shaking everybody's hands and Ghost comes out and she says, you did good. You did real good. You want to come by later? He was like, thank you. So he gets a call, Wes, and Wes tells him that his plan worked. And Ghost tells him that neither him or Tommy can be incriminated in any way or the deal is off. Wes is like, all right, I got you, but I mean, it wouldn't be so hard if Tommy was in on the plan. Ghost says to him, you deal with Milan, I'll deal with Tommy. Greg gets a text message from Bob while he's with Medina. And Bob tells him that he has the number to the burner phone and emails him the call log. So Greg asks Medina what was the cell phone number attached to the phone that was on Lobos when he was killed. Medina gives him the number. Greg goes through the call log and sees the number over and over and over and over again. So Greg then asks him, did they find out where the burner phone was purchased? Medina's like, let me find out. So he finds out and he gives Greg the address, and it was at this deli. Slim, aka Kanan, and Tariq are at this little hood shoe store or whatever, trying to get some kicks. So Slim tells Tariq to watch out for Dre, because you know he feel like Dre be on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He one of them friends, only wants you to himself. Like, I'm your friend, I got you. Tariq picks out a pair of $250 J's, and Slim is like, damn, I mean, $250 shoes, like that's a lot. I mean, I know you got your mama and daddy credit card on lock, but shit, when I was coming up, you had to do it for yourself. And so Tariq look at him, was like, what, you used to steal? And Slim was like, yeah, I did. I mean, you ain't want nobody calling you a pussy. I mean, you just had to be a man to take care of yourself. And this dumb motherfucker was like, okay, I'm gonna take the challenge. I was like, who raised this nigga? I mean, like, why do the writers got him being so fucking gullible and stupid? I mean, yeah, and as a kid, when you hurt and you going through stuff, you just want to seek attention and acceptance from anywhere. But goddamn, they just got this little boy being dumb as fuck. Like, no, like, if I got the money, I'm going and pay for it. $250 ain't shit to Tariq. But anywho, so he decides he gonna steal the shoes. At least he was smart about it. He got a little bit of his daddy and mama in him. So this motherfucker asks for a size 10. Dude brings the shoe out. So as he bringing the shoes out, Tariq notices that one of the workers walks outside and take a phone call. So he takes down the store number, saves it in his cell phone, tries on the shoes, and then stands up and then calls the store number. As the other cashier in the store goes to answer the phone, that's when he walks out, so he's able to do that. And I ain't gonna even lie, I did that shit when I was young. I used to steal shoes all the motherfucking time. I was bad as fuck. I used to do that shit all the time. Walk into a motherfucking shoe store and some my old sneakers, trying a new pair of sneakers and walk the fuck out the store. That was me. I'm so glad my son did not be on that bullshit like I was on. I was a badass kid. But Ren and Stimpy from across the street are showing Karen their club, and then Ghost shows up with Stern's guest list. So Ren and Stimpy are all cocky and shit. They was like, I mean, you can come back later because Kanto's ain't here. So as they're talking, the police show up to raid the place, and it's Ghost's little police friend that he got on his payroll. That so they come in and it's a big ass drug bust. They find the drugs that Julio planted in the ceiling. So now Ren and Stimpy are going to the motherfucking jail, and now he got Karen back on his motherfucking bankroll. So he says to Karen, you know what, girl? I'm having this black tie fur in a few days, you and your father should swing through. And she like, I mean, since my schedule is clear, I guess I will. Tommy brings Ruiz and Pancho to Milan's spot. And Keter goes to pat Ruiz down again, because he's already been patted down once. And Pancho, Ruiz, man, is like, hold up, homie. We already been patted down once. Why we got to get patted down again? You better back the fuck up. Tommy then vouches and says, you know what? Ruiz is my peoples. I vouch for him. You ain't got to, do all that. So Milan is like, okay, shit. You ain't got to do all that, Peter. Tommy, you pat him down. So Tommy goes over, start patting him down. And he feels something in his chest, but it's just some cigars. So Milan is like, all right, sit down. Let's get to talking. He brings out 2 plates of food. Tommy spots that shit and is like, I don't want no parts of this bullshit. I will be outside, because it was confirmed by the executive producers that stew he was eating in episode 8 was body parts. So he really does eat body parts. So Tommy knows he's about to feed Ruiz some motherfucking body parts in his bitch. So Pancho goes to sit down with Ruiz, and Ruiz is like, nah, you going on outside and wait with Tommy. And Pancho's looking at him like, damn, cuz, really? And at that moment, Ruiz fucked up. Tasha's at home in her Victoria's Secret lingerie shit and her flip-flops. I was like, why did they have her on them country-ass flip-flops? I was sitting there like, first of all, why did they have her in that same bra and them same flip-flops that she had on in the episode they was at the hotel? Go back and watch. She got on that same cutout bra and them same fucking flip-flops she had at the hotel when her and Ghost was at the hotel. Why they play her like that? Why they can't get her no new lingerie? Y'all got a budget. Y'all could have got her some lingerie for Forever 21. But okay, I digress. They keep on playing Tasha, but I digress. So she drinking and thinking and shit. She called Lakeisha again to see where she at, but Lakeisha ain't answering the phone. So she's worried at this point. So Ghost pops up. It's middle of the night. She come over to tell her that, he beat Ren and Stimpy and that he got his club on the brink of having everything he ever wanted. And Tasha says, well, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. And Ghost says, it's for us, T. This deal means that the Truth brand will expand beyond my wildest dreams, but more importantly, our children will have legit money behind them for the rest of their lives. I gotta say, you said that you would make it on the club side, and you pulled it off. I was wrong. And she almost crying, because it hurts her to say it, because she realized she fucked up. And if she would have believed in him, episode 2, season 1, she wouldn't have been in this position. And so he looking at her like, bitch, that's all I've been wanting. That's all I've been waiting for this whole time, was for you to tell me that you motherfucker believed in me, bitch. I would have never went out there and fucked that little yellow hoe. So they feeling each other and shit. And I was like, I told y'all motherfuckers that nigga was gonna go back and get some of that nookie. He wanted to go back home this whole motherfucking time. But I didn't motherfucking believe me. All she had to do was say, I'm sorry. And he was gonna go the fuck back home. So he tells her, you did a great job today. The kids seem to enjoy it, but I don't think any of the bougie bitches club noticed. I noticed. That stuff you said today about us. About me and the kids. You mean it? Every single word. I'm glad you found a way to get Milan his money. Thank you. Thank you for protecting us from him. Look, no matter what, I'll always protect you and the kids. You're my family. Guess you got it all figured out, huh? You can say that. He says that while he's staring at her titties and shit, because the motherfucker's looking mighty ripe and juicy. Tasha's, feeling all uncomfortable because she want to take her drawers off and she get nervous. So she jump up, she say, it's getting late. Raina got a dentist appointment. And I'm like, girl, get this man the pussy. You know me and you want it. Oh, says, no, wait. And the next thing you know, he get to kissing her and tonguing her the fuck down, and they break away from the kiss, and she's like, nigga, what was that? And the next thing you know, we see them in the bed, bitch. And we see that back in his ass. And he's like, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind, Oh. And I mean, he giving her that death stroke. He was giving Tasha that stroke where she felt that shit all the way up in her cervix, bitch. We saw it on her face while he was fucking her. She was looking at him like this.
damn, nigga, like, did it grow 10 more inches? Can you back the fuck up? It hurt, but I like it. It feels so good to me right now. Keep going, keep going, keep going. So then she switch and she get on top of him. You know, we ain't never really seen Angela ass get on top of. She don't know how to ride no dick. But Tasha was riding his dick like she been riding motherfucking horses her whole life. Like she got a whole stable of horses outside that motherfucking condo, bitch. She was riding him and she was just looking at him like, nigga, do you know how much you're hurting me? Do you know how much I miss this dick? Hold on. Hold on, nigga. I'm about to come. And she riding him so good, bitch. He laying back, grabbing her, and he shaking, nigga, because he ain't never had no pussy like this before in his life. He's sitting up there like... Angela never fucked me like this before. Shit, I feel like I got the exorcist up in me. What the fuck is going on? Like, he don't even know what the fuck to do to himself, bitch. They was getting all the anger, all the sadness, all the hurt, all the lies, all the pain, all the mistrust, all the love and shit out in that one good fuck, baby. He ain't never had no pussy like that, and she ain't never had no dick like that. That scene right there showed y'all everything that I've been motherfucking saying for the last 3 seasons, that motherfucker loved the fuck out that bitch. He was just mad and he just had a fucking attitude the whole motherfucking time. That was all it was. He loved the fuck out his wife and she loved the fuck out of him. That nigga was just mad. That's what niggas do. They get mad, they put you on punishment. Now he's over it. He wanna come home. So after they get done fucking, they laying up. She got her head on his chest. He got his arm wrapped around her. Then his cell phone rang. He get a text message. It's from Julio. Asked him how everything went at the club. Tasha say, who was that? He wanted to be, because she know him like she know the back of her hand. And she got it in her head that by the look on his face, he was hoping and praying that was Angela. Because she know he still got feelings for her. She ain't dumb. So he tells her about his plan with Ruiz to take Milan down. And she's sitting there in the bed scared because he don't know that Milan that came to the motherfucking shop and threatened her and the kids' life. So she's scared out her motherfucking mind. And so she asked him, you know, are you sure that you can trust Ruiz? And he was like, I mean, I'm sure I got everything on lock. It's gonna work because it's going on right now. And so Tasha's like, fuck my nigga, goddamn. He was like, shit, since I got a little time, let me get another motherfucking taste. And so she's like, no, hold up, I need a minute to think. I gotta collect myself. I think it's best you leave. Going back to your office. And I was like, motherfucking clap for Tasha St. Patrick. This is the first time that they have given this woman finally a powerful moment where she chose herself over this nigga and they did not have her being weak. I was so happy that she fucked that nigga and told him, how about you go to your home? Going back to your office, nigga. See you later. The dick was great, but deuces. I was so happy they finally gave her some strength. And they did it because, A, she was afraid that she had to make some motherfucking moves. But on top of that, she knew what it was. She knows he loved her. She knows that he will always be there for her. She knows they probably have the potential of being back together. But she also knows that this nigga is a nigga and he still got feelings for that other bitch. And until he get her all the way out his motherfucking system, no. So he like, damn, bitch, you serious? I mean, we just got done fucking the shit out of each other. She was like, the kids gonna think when they wake up and see you in my bed in the morning? It ain't us getting back together, is it? And he sit there with that little dumbass expression on his face. And I was like, that was exactly what the fuck we thought. Your ass ain't talking about shit. So he was like, I mean, you probably right. I'll go. So he grabbed his shit and he go to the door. He turned back and look at her and he said, good night, T. And she said, good night, Ghost. And so after he leaves, he jump up and she called Tommy and tell him about Ghost playing with Wes and that he needs to find out what the fuck is going on and stop him immediately. So Tommy's like, I got it. I got this shit. Max then goes to Mike's office and tells him that Lobo's worker, Hugo, has been found dead. Mike knows for sure now that someone has Hugo's phone and is on to him, so he's fucking nervous. Tommy is sitting and waiting for Ruiz and Milan's meeting to be over. They walk out.
Tommy tells Ruiz that Pancho had to leave, and so since he's about to burn out, he'll take him home instead. Ruiz like, bet. So they in the car, and Tommy just get to talking a whole bunch of shit about how, you know, how it feels to be betrayed. And Ruiz is like, yeah, I do. And so Tommy gets to telling him about how Ghost be fucking him over and how he does everything for himself, but he make you feel like it's for the greater good of everyone. And Ruiz is like, chill, Tommy, shut the fuck up. You're drunk, because he knows he has his record on him, and Ghost told him, do not let our names be heard on this fucking recorder. But Tommy is talking and saying Tommy and Ghost. Tommy and Ghost. He doesn't say Jamie. He doesn't say James St. Patrick. He says Tommy and Ghost. He's telling Ruiz about how they killed Lobos and how it was all Ghost plan and this, and that. And Ruiz is sitting there like, God damn it, this nigga won't shut the fuck up, but all right. Tommy then starts acting like his car is going out. So he was like, I gotta pull over for a minute. So he puts on his black leather gloves, which we all knew he was about to kill this motherfucker at that point. He gets out the car, pops the hood, and then he tells Ruiz, hey, look in the glove compartment for me and grab my flashlight. Ruiz opens the glove compartment and sees the flashlight and a gun. So he knows at this point Tommy don't have a gun on him. It's in his glove compartment, so he feels comfortable. He feels safe enough to get out the car. So he gets out the car and goes to hand Tommy the flashlight. Then Tommy pulls up and has a fucking pocket knife in his hand. And Ruiz is like, Tommy, you gonna regret doing this. Don't fucking do it. And Tommy's like, I ain't gonna regret shit. Ghost did this to you. And he gets stabbed. And then he gets kind of hurt in the process, because you know he ain't fully healed from that ass whooping Milan gave him. So then Ruiz is dead to the bed. Like, R.I.P. Ruiz. What y'all gonna bring some motherfucking repast? I'll bring some pollo, some motherfucking beans and rice. What y'all gonna bring to the motherfucker? So then out of nowhere, we see this car pull up, and I'm thinking at first that it was Pancho, but guess who it is? It's Dre's. Him and Dre became buddies. They Thelma Louise down this bitch. Dre jump out the motherfucking whip, and we find out that he stole the car, and so they put Ruiz's dead body in the car to make it seem like somebody else did it. Dre says to Tommy, Ghost don't know nothing about this, right? And Tommy is like, nah, he won't know you're involved unless your ass say something. And Dre's like, I ain't gonna say shit. So I'm like, fuck Tommy. Damn. This nigga done told everything. Now it's on motherfucking recorder. So now when they find Ruiz's dead body, and Greg listened to the motherfucking recording, he gonna hear Tommy on that motherfucking incriminating himself and Ghost. The only thing though, he incriminated himself, and he's gonna end up getting locked up, not Ghost, because they still don't know who Ghost is. They have no evidence that James is Ghost. So I'm like, fuck Tommy. Fuck. Season 4, Tommy will be in jail, and it will be Ghost fighting to get him out of jail. We see Mike searching Hugo's crib for any kind of evidence that might incriminate him, and he finds a picture of him and his wife. So he cops a picture of his wife, and then we switch to Greg outside the deli building trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and who was his leak, when he spots Mike coming out the building next door in plain clothes, and he looking like, what the fuck are you doing here, Mike? And so he goes through the fucking evidence shit on his tablet. He putting shit together. He like, what the fuck, Mike? Are you the fucking leak? So now he's on to Mike that Mike is the fucking leak. Goes to the club after Tasha put his ass out after getting that good, magnificent caramel dick, and he finds Tommy there sitting alone. So Tommy says, I know you had a plan with Ruiz. He told me all about it before I stabbed him. And Ghost is like, Ruiz is dead? Tommy, where's the body? Where's the body? It's under the fucking LIE where I left it. Who gives a fuck about the body? I told you one more time, and Milan was gonna kill me, and you looked me in the face and you said you weren't. What makes you think Milan ain't gonna kill us tomorrow or the next day or the fucking next day after that? You fucking lied to me, Ghost. To me. I didn't want you in the dark. I wanted you to take Milan down with me, because getting Milan out the way benefits to both of us, but I didn't think I could get you to see it, so yeah, I lied. Okay, I did. But if you want me to say I'm sorry for this motherfucker, it ain't gonna happen, because I'm not fucking sorry. I want out, man. I'm never gonna stop, never, until I get out. So unless you put me down right now, right here, right now, it is what it is, man.
And getting Milan out the way benefits to both of us. Right? Yeah, I said it. Well, help me understand it. Okay. You want to run a drug business the way you want to run it, and I want to run my life the way I want to run it. As long as Milan is in charge, Tommy, it ain't gonna happen, man, for either one of us. I'm getting in so good with him. Tommy, he's a fucking psychopath. So I say we get rid of him, man. I just need you to give me some time to come up with a plan to take Milan down. No. And then Tommy gets up and Ghost is looking like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, this nigga won't listen to me. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, all my plans are fucking kaput now. And then Tommy turns around and says, Ghost. And Ghost turns around like, and Tommy says, if we gonna do this, kill Milan, I'll call the shots. I'll make the plan. And then it goes off. Now it was like, booyah, boom, caca. So, my predictions, season finale. I think that Ghost's plan to take down Milan is going to work. I think he's going to get Milan out the way for now. Does not mean that Milan won't be back next season to wreak even more havoc on Ghost, because he will. But what I think is going to happen is Ghost is going to maneuver Milan out the way for now. Feel confident about it because he did something right for once again. He came out on top. But what's going to fuck him up is at the last 10 minutes of the show, when he thinks that everything is all clear, he's came out on top again, he's the man, Kanan is going to appear, and that's going to fuck him up. I think he's going to get shot on the last episode, and I think it's going to be through the hands of Kanan, not Tariq. It's going to be through the hands of Kanan. Tariq will be involved because Kanan will use Tariq to lure Ghost somewhere, and then Kanan will reveal himself and shoot to kill Ghost. He won't be dead, of course, but he will shoot Ghost in the last few minutes of the episode, and that's how we will leave it on a cliffhanger, because Ghost does not even see this Kanan situation coming at all. It's not even on his radar. He doesn't even know it's coming. So they're saving that for the last 10 minutes of the fucking episode. I think he's going to win with the Karen Bassett situation. He's going to get Karen Bassett back in his pocket. I think him and Tasha are going to somewhat figure out what they're going to do with their relationship, but I don't think they're going to fully get back together until next season, because they still have the storyline of him finding out that Tasha and Tommy have been working together selling drugs through the salon. So I think they're going to save that for when him and Tasha officially gets back together, and then it comes out he's going to be mad at her because she kept that a secret for him. So that'll get him mad at her again. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about the part. Tommy then at the end of the episode goes to Milan and says, a few days ago, you asked me if I was one of you. Well, I am. We need to kill Ghost. But that's just all a part of the plan. Him and Ghost are still together to take down Milan. He's not choosing Milan over Ghost. He's still on board with Ghost, but he's running the show. He's finally going to be the man in the situation, and Ghost will have to follow his lead, because this whole season, Ghost has not been able to pull anything off, and they pushed Tommy into the top power position. Mike will get caught on the last episode. I think he's going to end up getting locked up, but we will see him next season, because they started filming season 4 last week, and he was on set. Dre's back. Lakeisha is back for next season. And Tommy is back for next season. As far as anybody else getting shot and dying, I don't know who that will be. I still think it might be Tariq. I still think Tariq, something's going to happen to him. I think Cantos will appear again and see in episode 10 to seek some kind of revenge against Ghost for screwing him over once again. And I don't really know what's going to end up happening with Angela. Don't really know. Don't really fucking care. I hope they make her a secondary character next season and focus more on Tasha next season. But so far, so good. Let me know your predictions for the season finale down below in the comment section. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. And also, turn on your notifications, you guys. So whenever I post a video, the notification my video has loaded will come directly to your phone. So you'll know exactly when I post videos. Make sure to also thumbs up this episode and share on all your social media platforms. Once again, my next novel, Smells Like Teen Spirit Volume 1 Heiress, will be out September 26th. It's written by myself and my son, Kyries. It's a phenomenal book. Expect the unexpected. I cannot wait for you all to see the cover and for you all to read it. If you have a teenager, they can read this book, and it's for adults as well, so you can get your life
Right now on the channel, I have my Beyonce Formation Tour vlog video. So check that out. It is everything. I have footage from the concert, me getting dressed, everything. You see how my whole day went. Check that video out. I'm also reviewing the new hit series Atlanta starring Donald Glover on the FX channel. If you have not watched it, check out my reviews on that. My Love and Hip Hop Hollywood review is up. New episodes of Since You Asked is up. If you have a question regarding love, sex, friendship, your career, family, friends, whatever, send us a question to since-you-asked-one@gmail.com. Our videos are bananas. We have some of the craziest questions from my viewers. I thank you all, to each and every one of you who have sent in questions. Me and Mo love it. We will be filming the new episodes this Monday, so send in your questions because we have so many questions to go through. So send them in now if you want to be featured on the show, and make sure if you don't want to say your name, to say that you want to keep your name private. Yeah, I love you all. Thank you all for watching this review, and I will see you all next week for the season finale. Bye.